it's Wes and welcome to DinkLife. Today we're going to do another throwback episode. This one's going to be, again, to 1994, a family vacation to Disney's MGM Studios. Back in 1994, it would have costed $36 to get into the park. The park originally opened in May 1989. This video was all shot on an old VHS type camcorder, one of the big old ones. So the quality is not great. It's gonna be your 4:3 aspect ratio. But coming up on this episode, we're gonna go through, we're gonna do a little walking around the park. We'll hit the Great Movie Ride. We're gonna hit the Backlot tour. And then we'll also hit Indiana Jones at the very end. So come along and let's head back to 1984. This is Star Tours. It opened in 1989. It's a motion simulator, and it pretty much played a video, the same video every single time back then. Since then it's been updated that it varies the scenes through the ride, which makes it a little more interesting, which is pretty neat. This is right outside Muppet Vision 3D. This was opened in 1991.
Mary Poppins.
Dirty, no good yellow belly stool.
Two of Hollywood's legendary stars, Clint Eastwood and John Wayne.
I was partially trouble. Reason to get myself shot. I say what out of here.
All right, folks, I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Your guide will return momentarily. Remain seated, please.
Reach for the sky! You're under arrest! Give yourself up, and maybe the judge will go easy on you. Swing for this!
Indiana Jones unearthed a great treasure. Will Harrison Ford escape with his discovery? And what will be your fate?
right, because you really can't see all the way right through it, right into the backyard. They're really just facades or empty shells. All our homes here are used for their exterior scenes only. Now, the first house there was most recently used for a series of commercials for Builder's Square, starring Tim Allen. And the second house on the right, number 242, was used in the movie Ernest Saves Christmas, starring Jim Varney. In fact, all the homes in a different architectural style to reflect on different areas of the country. And our most famous house is this beige Hawaiian-style home coming up here on the left. That was the television home to The Golden Girls, starring B. Arthur, Rue McClanahan, Betty White, and Estelle Getty. Now, if you recognize where the Flyers meet to eat in the film The Rocketeer. Now, parked right out in front, we have one of the GB stunt planes that was used in the film. It's not a real plane, however. Right now, we're going to go a little bit deeper into our backlot. Right here on the corner, this black speedboat was custom made for the Walt Disney television series, The 100 Lives of Blackjack Savage. Now, that is a real boat. It's a clock with speeds of over 70 miles per hour. These are all used to represent the one car that Detective Eddie Valiant and Roger Rabbit drove and wrecked throughout the movie. And the trolley car is not a real trolley car at all, but a bus that's been modified to look like one. Those are fiberglass covers over top of the bus's tires to make it look like the trolley car's steel wheels. The two silver space pods are from the Disney movie The Flight of the Navigator. The helicopter cockpit is from Blue Thunder, starring Roy Scheider. The beat-up bobsled and two push cars are from Cool Runnings, about the Jamaican bobsled team. And the two futuristic police cars, the white one and the blue one, were both used in the movie Blade Runner. All right, now let's take a look across the canal. This is a great...
That's my mom and little sister. There's my younger sister below me, and then my little brother. And then it's kind of crazy to see over at the edge, that's my dad sitting there. And he would have been 43 at the time. And I'm actually 4 years older than him now.
At exactly the same time. Now, this particular set has rained like it is pouring the rain out here on our set. It even looks like it's covering the entire set. If you look closely, the rain only goes about halfway up. It's just enough to fool the camera's eye. And the little until the other wait a second. Scene one. Oh, look. I think we're in big trouble. Hang on, everybody. The back of the set, those carry the propane gas for the fires and explosions, while the large pipe pipes out in front carry the water for the flash flood. The flood began when we opened the gates to 3 holding tanks at the top. Together they sent over 70,000 gallons of water rushing down towards us, and some of that water was blown at us through the green air cannons, and that's what made it look like the water was bouncing off the Canadian walls and right at us here in our shuttle. Coming up here at the end, we have these flight pumps right only 4 inches thick, only about a block away. It's a little moving trick we call force perspective. Also on the right, that smoking mechanical monster is the Disney created by...
Here are a few prompts from Nightmare Before Christmas. For some odd reason, I remember these very vividly from my childhood. They left an impression on me for some odd reason. Very cool exhibit.
See, there's him and his stuff is coming.
I really miss missed this part of the Backlot tour. It was always really fun to watch somebody get pulled from the audience and then to get to watch the water blast down on top of them.
Okay. And great shot! Except that was one of ours. Well, no, look, the enemy flight's coming at 10 o'clock. Duck, everybody! Whoa. I don't know about you, but I am glad that is over. Well, and they're getting closer and closer, and folks, I think we better duck. Okay.
This was another really cool part of the Backlot tour that I really miss, was the warehouse tour. It just had some of the coolest props inside. All kinds of props from all over. And then even at the end here, you can see the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids bee was here.
On the walls up here in the corner, you might notice a few of the Roger Rabbits using the Roger Rabbit films as well. And if you're a real science fiction fan, there's a great disc hanging up above the doors that you just walk through. That would be from a 1950s classic, The Day the Earth Stood Still. Way up here in the corner in the rafters, there'll be a few blue ice crystals. Way up on the third shelf. And if you go to Star Tours today and see that film, you might recognize those from that part of the film. Yeah. Right over here in the corner, on these the left side of the room, and also towards in the back, there are a few of the pods used in Cocoon and Cocoon 2: The Return. And we're over at Epcot Center later on. You might recognize this guy. Maybe not, though. It is Figment. With his pink skin on, he turns into that little dragon friend of Dreamfinder. Okay. As well as in Escape from Witch Mountain, there's also a mini Winnebago traveling van over here they used in the films as well. And in the film Dick Tracy, this 1-ton model steam train took about 6,000 hours to construct, just so they can use it for a shot that only took 11 seconds in the film. It should show you a few things that we have in the workshop. And on the other side, you're going to go in, the doors on the right. And if you're on the left side of the room, you're going to walk straight ahead to these opening gray doors in just a second. And use all that available space. That's important for all those guests coming in behind you.
And here is the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, which opened with the park in 1989. I do love this. It hasn't changed at all, and here it is just as it is today. like this travel back in time. I do really miss this time period of the park. Some of these rides were classic. I do miss the Great Movie Ride, even though Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad is amazing. Biggest thing I miss is the Backlot tram tour and just the whole little special effects warehouse tour and all that stuff. It was just really cool to go through that stuff back then. I don't know if it would do well nowadays. Obviously it wouldn't because they removed it, but I miss all those old things, and really the only thing we have left is Indiana Jones, which I do love that show, and it's cool that they've kept it around. Hopefully they don't get rid of it anytime soon. Thanks for coming along with us today, and as always, whatever you decide to do, just get out there and do it.